Hello, friends. It is Denise from Loving Life at 60ish. And this is Monday morning. I have no idea if this will go up on Monday or not. I'm back to having a hard time getting my videos to load in a timely manner. It seems to cycle that way. And again, I don't know if it's me, my Wi-Fi, YouTube. I have no idea what causes it. But anyway, I am here and I have this lovely Band-Aid on my finger. I think I'll take it off. We had family work day, and it's always been, Sundays have always been family day. But since my husband got sick, we have a very long list of to-dos all the time that we can't, either I can't do, and he has always done, or things that had built up that just hadn't gotten done. And then just some everyday things, like my refrigerator really needed to be cleaned out. And so I did that yesterday, the refrigerator and the freezer. But anyway, we worked as a family for a couple of hours, and then we have some type of a meal. And we've been using the barbecue that was gifted to me, gifted to us by one of my college roommates. So anyway, I cut my finger yesterday during working. But let's see, we got a lot done, and we had a meal, and we've been very lucky because Scott's sister and our niece has been here visiting for the last few days. It's a very short visit, but a very much needed one. So that's been nice. And they came also yesterday. So today is supposed to be Etsy shop drop. And as you know, I missed it last week. So I'm going to try to fit in 2 this week. And this one is a little bit more unusual because it's an Etsy shop drop, and it's a organize video, and if there's time, it'll be a savings video too, but if not, I'll make that a second video. So I have been talking to you guys about needs and wants, and the difference between them in my mind is different than what they might be in your mind. And these needs and wants overlook. I'm back again. Sorry about that. So this is several hours later. As I was talking, I looked out and saw that my sister-in-law and niece were driving up the driveway. So this was their last visit with Scott and I before they headed back to where they live out of state. So we've thoroughly enjoyed our visit with them today. I have had so much paperwork, just piles and piles of paperwork with Scott's cancer diagnosis. And so they, in the last 2 days, have helped me organize it all. And I wanted to have it in a binder. We decided to do 2 different binders, and they just sat there and did it, and we got to chat with them and visit and talk about when she and he were kids and just nice things. So anyway, I'm going to finish this video, and then I have to get to the post office because I have some orders that are going out and some Happy Mail that's going out. So what I was saying was, these needs and wants that I have been talking about in many videos lately exclude the important needs. mortgage, electricity, oil, heating oil, things like that, our TV bill, our internet, those are not in here. And that's because I don't take money out of our account, excuse me, to save until those bills are paid. Theoretically, I don't. Occasionally, I do, and that gets us in trouble. And so, but I've gotten so much better about that. So these needs and wants are completely different than those needs and wants. TV is not probably a need for a lot of people. So, Etsy shop drop today. And like I said, I have another one that's going to come out this week, because this one today is something I wanted. But I have created a bunch of ones that have been on my list for you guys that you have asked for. And so that video will come out this week also. So be prepared. Be prepared. Okay, so anyway, without further ado, you guys know that I've talked about the needs and want thing before, and so I set up this one, and this was more of needs. Okay, so to pay my Disney card. Now, my Disney card is maybe not a need, is the only credit card I own, and I do have to pay it off, saving for Christmas. This is just savings to put in a savings account. Clothing, because, you do need clothes, but you also want clothes, right? Gifts, birthday gifts, things like that. School shopping, because I don't have any kids in school, but I have my grandson, and I do like to purchase a backpack, a lunchbox, and a water bottle for him. And that has already been done. That happened last week. But the money is still in here. And I don't think I had gotten enough yet. I might have. But I'm going to keep this going because school supplies, school shopping also means to me, sometimes his classroom might need something. Or I like to pick up things like notebooks and binders and stuff like that to have on hand here. So we're going to keep that going for a while. Fairy Rose Cottage is my business. And so that's what this says here. But this in here is for saving supplies. So things that I buy from other shops. I like to support other shops. And so I have this so that I can do that. And then fun money, well, that just explains, that's for itself. So I had done these savings challenges a while back and kind of called these needs, sort of. And so now I've done some wants, and they're going to go in the Lion King one. So they come on when you purchase them, they're a download. It's an 8.5 by 11 PDF, and it will have 3 of them on it. And there's a total of 6 of them right now. However, I need to do some other ones. I did fail to do medical bills, and I really want to start something with that. And I think it's going to go in this binder, in the needs binder, but it might go in my bigger binder. So I don't know yet with that. But there's 6 of them for now. And I've cut these and laminated so that I'm ready to put them in my binder here. I don't know if I can do these by, okay. So the first one is scrapbook supplies. I have a scrapbook that says memories on it. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but Minnie and Daisy are looking at scrapbooks, and they've got all kinds of scrapbooking stuff around them. They've got a Cricut or a Silhouette, whichever. They've got scissors and markers and photos and a camera and all kinds of stuff there for scrapbooking. So I did scrapbook supplies, which is going to go in this envelope. So when I do my needs and wants, I will do the Up binder and the Lion King binder. And the next one is planners, and I did do one because I love to buy planner supplies, stickers, and all that kind of stuff. So we've got Piglet burning the night oil, working on his planner, trying to get everything put in there so he doesn't forget. And then I've got planner books, and these are all, you decide how much each icon equals and add your goal. So that one is, I'm snuffly today, guys, and I apologize. I was pretty teary-eyed saying goodbye to his sister and my niece. And 2, I was teary-eyed about something my niece had done. And 3, we've got some wicked weeds outside that are causing my allergies to act up too. I did one for houseplants. I love houseplants. My daughter and I like to go shopping for houseplants. When she went to Trader Joe's a couple of weeks ago, she texted me and said, anything you want, because it's not near us. We usually go together, but I haven't been able to go. And I said, just bring me home a pretty plant, which she did, because we love houseplants. So I've got Mickey here watering his houseplants, and each one is a plant, and it says houseplants up there. So, and I consider this, you know, a want, something that makes me happy, and I like to have a little extra money every now and then so I can get something. So, holidays I left blank for now, as I did subscriptions too, and I'll explain that later, but holidays, I have a couple of Christmas binders right now, and so or holiday binders, and they already have envelopes in them, so I'm saving that. Amazon is for things I like to purchase on Amazon. So we've got Jasmine and Aladdin on their magic carpet tossing Amazon packages out. And again, you just decide how much you want it to equal. And so like I said, this is going to come as a bundle. There'll be all 6 of them will be available in it. And I'm happy to make other ones too, if you've got other needs or wants that you want. The other ones that are in here, the needs, in my opinion, the needs are already up on Amazon. I mean, Etsy. And you can also get them in the 8.5 by 11 version. So a full sheet challenge too up there. The next one is books and magazines. And I had to do Belle, of course. There she is reading her books. And I have bookshelves with books on them, and there's plants, and there's a lamp. And I also included the shelves in the price. So the whole thing would be colored in. You decide what each of the books is equal to, each plant and each shelf, and then go ahead and save. And that is for books and magazines because, boy, I am a book and magazine person. I like to read subjects, read things, both fiction and nonfiction. And then the last one was craft supplies. And you know, I have one that is craft room, but that's for the craft room renovation. So this is craft supplies, just anything that doesn't fall in with scrapbooking and planners. And the little tag says handmade, and there's Mickey working on his craft. So I am going to be saving for each one of these things. I'm very excited that I've got this done. Now, it's not finished. Like I said, I've left some things out. I want to add some things as they come along, but for now, I feel pretty good. Subscriptions, that was, I have a lot of, well, not a lot. I have a few subscriptions now. And so I thought I would keep them all in one thing. Like I have 3 small scrapbooking subscriptions that I could save money for, but I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet. And then I had this other one here to show you, just because this is the other needs and wants thing: the garden, the outside living, the guest room, the craft room. And then I have some general things like general repairs. We need to really start saving. We need a new roof. We need a new furnace. We need some new windows. We need some windows replaced. We need a generator. These are all needs. These are all important needs. And the more this whole thing goes on, the whole cancer diagnosis, we've discovered that some things are high priority that weren't before. So I do have to renovate my home binder eventually. But guys, I wanted to show you, I didn't want to leave you out if you prefer the 8.5 by 11 ones. And I oftentimes do prefer the 8.5 by 11 ones. So I just wanted to be able to have those two. These will all be up in my Etsy shop later today. They might not be up by the time you see this video, but hopefully soon after. Always feel free to comment in the comments and say, hey, I wanted to purchase blah, 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 but I didn't see it up there. So I did scrapbooking supplies, and you can see them. It's easier to see here. Working on their scrapbooks. And again, you get to decide how much each scrapbook equals and what your goal is. And I do an envelope with each one of them. So there you have it. And then the next one is Piglet. He's working on his planner. So this one's for planner supplies. And see, I've got make it happen in there, and to do, and goals. And he's got highlighters and all kinds of things to help him. And there it is. And I do like to spread these out. They make a pretty picture at the end. And of course I did Piglet as an envelope. I'm going to put these. Now, I'm not going to use these bigger versions right now, but I will eventually. I'll switch back and forth from finishing the small ones and then doing the big ones. The next one is Mickey, of course, watering his plants. And that's for house plants. I mean, you could do it for outdoor plants too, but I specifically wanted one for house plants. I have another one for house plants up in my shop that's generic, like it doesn't have any Mickey Mouse or anything on it. And the envelope or the dashboard, whichever you want it for. And then the Amazon one. There, you could see them throwing the Amazon boxes down. And the envelope for that one. And then we do buy a lot on Amazon, I have to admit. And then craft supplies. There's Mickey. in the handmade tag. And the envelope. And then we have books and magazines. I love this one. Now I've used her in another savings challenge, but this one is for books and magazines specifically. And the envelope, of course. Okay. So, as I said, these will be up in my Etsy shop soon. I think what I'll do is, so I want to do a savings challenge video with using the needs and wants, and I have a little bit of money to use in them. So, but I'm going to save that so that this one isn't too long. And I'll do the other one. I might even get it done later today. But again, it's so hard to know when this is going to upload onto YouTube lately. So hopefully it comes up on Monday. And as I said, I will definitely get these up on Etsy. So that's it. There will be another Etsy shop drop at some point this week with ones that you guys have suggested or want, etc., etc. And I appreciate that you have been so very patient in waiting for them and understanding. So I'm just working through the list. And again, if yours doesn't come up and it was, you know, a couple of months ago that you suggested it, then feel free to let me know in the comments or send me an email or whatever, however you want to communicate with me. Okay? All right. I hope you have a wonderful Monday and happy saving, and I will see you real soon. Bye.